I didn't lie about you at all. Take it easy.
I'm absolutely certain you did. We will see, Queeman. We will see. Okay, so you don't think I owe any of that money? If I was a scammer and I was given money up front, I could have run away with the money, and I didn't. I completed the work.
No one thinks you had a premeditated scam. No one thinks that at all.
They absolutely do.
No, I've not been arguing that.
How many videos have you made with scammer media in the title?
Yeah. I think he made a hit piece on you.
No. He threatened my employer.
Yeah,
It's not about the video.
Okay.
He said he's
show me
going to
that.
back.
Okay, show me what you did. Show me that.
I actually did think EFAP was today, and I'm actually so because I thought, hold on. Oh, it's the 17th. Okay, so there's no EFAP today. EFAP today is episode 299. My bad. Smaggle, I must have lied. Yeah, EFAP 299 today. I thought EFAP 300 was today. Today's the 17th. Well, I know that now. I just didn't think that I know. Okay. What is EFAP? Really cool podcast that does like movies and stuff, but occasionally talks about YouTube drama like Boogie. I did 3 episodes over there. They're usually 6 to 8 hour streams. I think the only time I tapped out was like the 3rd one. But otherwise, I've been on that show for... you could probably find it on the website. They have an EFAP website. Doomer Media, 7 appearances, but has only been on for 1 day, 20 hours and 57 minutes. And this is just the... If you want to see an EFAP clip, you look up the Doomer Media one. It's brutal.
Did I not ask?
Oh, no. Nicholas DeOrio. 12 hours, 11 minutes, 2 appearances. Wow, I got owned, bro. They only calculated 2 of my 3. What the fuck? What happened with Doomer Media? Is it okay for you to say? Doomer Media is a video game... Do you want to talk about the Doomer Media stuff? And no, I'm not talking about him scamming people or something. I'm talking because that probably did happen too, in my opinion, I guess. This is just the worst. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this on stream. So there's 2. Okay, there's hilarious Arcane takes where...
yeah, I don't know why she wouldn't take that opportunity. Her only other...
I don't know if I told you this. So if I did cover this, I'm forgetting, and I'm just going to show you again. There are 2 major videos to look at. This is the lesser of 2 evils. Doomer Media goes on EFAP, and he blames all of these people for the way he was treated by the audience and stuff like that. But he shows up, and he says, in the show Arcane, which is about a League of Legends character, Jinx, who's a minor or whatever, he says that it wasn't clear that their relationship was platonic between her and, I guess, the parental figure. And everyone's asking why he thinks that, because he thinks that's a weird thing to think if there's no indication that there's any sexual nature to their relationship. And Doomer Media says, well, I mean, because they kiss in it. And that didn't happen in the clip at all, ever. So it leads to this really awkward convo. And this is the quick one. That's why we're just running through this one. But it is really funny.
Adults where one of them raised the other from childhood.
So this is the context. These are adults where... I think Jay at this point thinks Jinx is an adult, which comes up later.
Like, those kinds of people, they tend to, like, hug and cuddle a lot. At least a lot of them do. So, you know...
Okay, so they're talking about parents. Right here.
Given how they portray other things in this show.
Okay.
Not in a gay way.
Just, you know, like, they're both very close kind of a way.
Okay, I could make... I think a pretty compelling argument, but I can't do it without mentioning a lot of stuff we can't.
Guys, I can make a pretty compelling argument as to why these 2 characters want to fuck, okay? But I can't do it unless I give spoilers.
Mention right now.
What?
But, like, I think that there is an interpretation where you could say that it's possible, given how they portray other things in the show.
Well, it's like, I think that people interpret it as romantic, right? Because it's like 2 adults, like, hugging and touching very closely. But you know what kind of like adults do that?
Parents. Yes, Jay. Parents.
Very often without being...
If you don't know Jay Exy, by the way, really great content creator. A lot of good videos there to check out.
Romantically involved in each other.
Movie stuff, but also some drama. I think she had an interaction with the no bullshit stuff. I'm actually in the 3rd video of that one.
Is adults where one of them raised the other from childhood. Like... Those kinds of people, they tend to, like, hug and cuddle a lot. At least a lot of them do. So, you know, feels like that's the kind of thing we're going for here. Not these guys are fucking.
Absolutely.
I mean, well, it could be, but the show takes a sort of hands-off approach with being explicit about people.
Wait, what?
Being romantic.
This show has a hands-off approach about being explicit that people are romantic.
Right? Like, without spoiling things, there's a very clear example
There's a very clear
of a
example.
relationship I think is supposed to be romantic.
Like, you don't need to see. I haven't seen the show. Okay, you don't need to see the show that no, this guy comes off crazy
It's
here.
not at all clear.
I think that's supposed to. I think there are other relationships in this that are supposed to be romantic, but I think that the signs that we're given about these two don't point me in a direction of interpreting their dynamic as a romantic one.
I would lean non-romantic, but like there's one thing in particular.
I would lean non-romantic. Okay, he's second guessing himself because just wait.
Happens, I think, in episode 7. Yeah, so we can't really bring it up.
Okay.
I would
And now Mauler's like, I'm intrigued. What happens in episode 7?
lean in the direction of you guys, but I don't think it's as clear as you guys think it is.
I guess I'm now. I mean, it's probably spoiler-free enough, right? What moment are you referring to with as little context as possible?
River scene, I imagine.
I don't know. What...
At the beginning of an episode, Jinx goes into some water, and something happens before that.
I never got the impression, but maybe I need to see that scene again. I don't know.
Wait, you mean when he rails a raw?
No.
Yeah, I think that's a really good example. Yeah, I think I honestly that sells me on the whole thing.
That was pretty good.
You can't do that in water. It's just not.
And now Doomer wants to move on.
It's looking at it's.
Can I just say? Could we just like? Because the conversation is going to be awkward if we don't say what happens.
Oh, okay. Now no, we're going right in.
What?
He kisses her on the lips.
Yeah, I lean non-romantic, but he does kiss his daughter on the mouth. Like, you kiss your dad on the lips. I think they mentioned that in this.
Say what happens.
What?
He kisses her on the lips.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
he does. I am almost certain
No,
he
he
does.
doesn't.
All right,
Timestamp.
I'll go find it. I'll go get a timestamp.
He leans in, doesn't.
I was going to say I have no memory of that.
Is this Doomer's meltdown? No, this is a different clip. This is just one that I use. This is one that I use as an accompanying piece to the funny one.
Yeah,
I have no memory.
I think I would have remembered that.
I feel like that's something that I would have clocked and been like, oh.
You kiss your dad on the mouth.
Yeah, that would have like put the debate like.
That would have put the debate to bed. Yeah, I could say there's a pretty big sexual tension if they kissed on the lips.
Right. Someone in chat mentioning the joke from Smiling
Yeah.
Wait, which joke?
You kiss your dad on the mouth? All right, chat. We need a detour because we got to find the answer to this question.
We can go on. I'm looking right now, and I'll let you know.
No, you put it in my head. It's too late.
I don't even know what episode it is.
Oh wait, but he said episode 7, bro, in the beginning.
It's
I think it was episode 8.
You're talking about the
it
river
was not
scene where he lowers her into the river?
Yeah.
That's in episode 5. They do not kiss. I just watched it.
Yeah, they don't kiss.
You saying Duma Media lied?
Oh my god.
Disgusting.
Fucking
Media is
liar.
unironically evil.
I'd say so.
He wants.
I have never heard that before.
He's a fetish.
I imagine that you haven't.
Listen how awkward this is. The chat's
I'm
still
not looking at it.
It's
That's
over
why it's quiet. Because I'm like, you gotta make sure because it's creepy if it weren't true. If what you said happened.
I think Jay says something right here too that kills me every time I
No,
hear it.
if you're referring to episode 5, they don't kiss.
Yeah, where'd you get that they kiss from? I just watched it. It's not even close.
Okay, then it's probably not this scene. Look,
Oh, it's not this scene. No, it's the other time they kissed. I'm sorry.
I will find
There
the
is no
timestamp.
scene.
I have an 85,
There is no scene.
90% confidence this happens.
There
Doomer
is no
is shipping
scene.
them
I am 100%
secretly,
confident.
and so
Have
he
you watched like
projected
a fan?
Yeah, have you been
Fan
watching fan things?
it.
Can't be
Browsing
having
Rule
that.
34 too much.
Is this image lolly? And if so, what do we do about it?
Because, like, I guess I could see a universe where you thought for a moment they kissed. They come about 2 inches, 3 maybe away, but that's just not a kiss. That's a lean in.
Oh, so you're the kiss police, are you?
I definitely am.
We destroy art and love.
Yeah, Rags is my kiss sergeant. He'll definitely ensure that I get.
Sergeant.
Okay, maybe this is all that I was remembering. That it looks pretty romantic to me, but okay.
He's leaning into
I'll check
lay
the
it
other.
down. The fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
You know how fucking creepy baptisms look at already? It's like,
Baptism.
come on. I mean, this is
When I think creepy baptism, I think of like Homelander baptizing Huey and the boys.
practically what this is, right?
Okay, so here's a question. Let's say that he did kiss her there. Would that change your opinion?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, dramatically.
All right, because that's why
That's
I
what
was
happened.
saying I was in question. If
I
that
would-
didn't happen, then I'll just take your position.
I would do this face if he did that. There you go. People weird.
It would dramatically impact my perception of his character, right?
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
also do that face.
Yeah.
It would be very hard to read him as anything other than an abuser, I think, at that point, considering he has raised her and she's what, like 18
She's
at
16,
this
I think.
I
point.
think she's less than that.
She's like,
Because what age was she when she was a
15.
little girl?
I think she was 9, so it's 9 plus 7, something like that.
Yeah, so she's like almost like 15 or something.
Oh, so
Yeah,
yeah,
That would dramatically change my perspective. What, she like 18? No, she's 16. That would dramatically change my perspective.
And then we have a really, 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 really good scene for keeping in mind when judging Penis Man.
Why is he so insistent on them kissing? So something you'll find is that Doomer Media will say tons of things, and then
Yeah, I don't know why.
and every single time that he does something like this, he can't back off. He's got like the flamenco disease, okay, where he'll start defending himself, realize he's probably wrong about halfway through, but he refuses to move off that position. And that's the big issue with Doomer. He cannot concede even an inch. And in this conversation, you will thoroughly hear why that is the case and how I don't think he belongs online. Because even years after this confrontation, he's still having like a meltdown about it. Like if you talk about this to Doomer on Discord when he's active, he will debate you for hours about how the EFAP people fucked him over and it's not actually his fault and all this stuff. And it's just plain wrong. Okay. This person is literally lying. Okay. So this conversation is about how all stories in video games are bad. And that like Doomer doesn't like any of them except the ones he could explicitly give. And that every single time they ask him, is this story good? He's like, I never played that one. Is this story good? I never played that one. And like, he starts screaming about how he's the expert in video gameology. Okay, you're gonna love this. This is a peak Kino piece of content. We're gonna 2x, not 2x it. We're gonna 125 it, and if it's too hard to follow, we're going to then just slow it down.
How much is that franchise worth? Like $10 billion? $100 billion? What the fuck is that? They're just gonna do nothing?
All they did was ask him if it was true. It wasn't. Yeah, they did nothing wrong in this combo. And sorry, Nick, be specific. He said he had never played a game with a story he likes, and then he immediately named a game with a story. Yeah.
And
I think this is the only time I've ever seen Mauler get legitimately angry in a discourse before and like start yelling. I've never seen that ever, and I've watched the show quite a bit.
It is not worth more than when they bought it.
I don't see how it could be worth more, really. Yeah.
No chance.
Really, that isn't that high, honestly.
I think if it does end up being worth more, it'll be because some Star Wars mobile gotcha game gets huge and kids start.
Oh my god, you're right. That's like the best thing they could do with the IP.
Well, and I guess there's stuff to do with video games, right? Where it's been more.
By the way, the guy with the voice that sounds like that looks like Chud Logic. I'm not kidding. It's this voice attached to Chud Logic's face. Enjoy.
A mixed bag, as I understand it. Like a lot of people like the Jedi Fallen Order game. But
okay.
Battlefront 2 kind of came out, was not well received, but then it improved later. But I think at
Yes, he's archetype YouTuber number 4.
this point, it's not an EA exclusive thing anymore. They're now like
No,
Ubisoft's
no,
making a Star Wars game.
Remember when that was effect was reversed for Cyberpunk? So like, oh, game sucks, and then Edge Runners comes out. It's like, let's play fucking Cyberpunk again! Yay!
It made good shit, and then especially people went back to find the game was in a better state. It was a lot more stable.
Yeah.
And things like driving didn't feel like shit. It's actually one of my newest videos.
Cyberpunk wasn't that bad on the PC.
This starts off with a take as light as Cyberpunk wasn't that bad, guys, and then it just devolves from there. That is the best take you will hear from Doomer Media this entire conversation.
I feel like people exaggerated a bit on this.
It was pretty. I had same.
Yeah.
It was a bit buggy, but it was still fun. It wasn't like
I mean,
maybe you can get lucky with PCs. The vast majority, from what I've heard, have like really big problems.
I had a pretty good PC.
I mean, back in the day, the Batman game that came out, I could play that. Like it was one of the lucky people.
Arkham Knight, right?
Yeah, because that ran pretty fine for me when I played it back in the day.
Meanwhile, for other people, it was an absolute.
Yeah, so basically almost everyone else was like
Cyberpunk ran.
What animal is his avatar? I think is it a cat? I think it's a cat.
Quite well for me, but it was still like there was a lot of just fundamental design things that were kind of fucked about Cyberpunk.
It's
like,
Nerd
and a
City's
lot of them
favorite.
are
Maybe it's a
now.
dog. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, what I actually found, and I recently did 2 playthroughs of it, and then made like kind of an updated impressions video, the Edge Runner update.
It's a ferret. I'm retarded. It's a ferret. I'm sorry.
And the one thing that I noticed about it was that it seems that if you just treated the first act of that game like prior to meeting the Johnny Silverhand character, like the Keanu Reeves character,
it's clearly an otter.
That was fleshed out to be.
What's your opinion on Haltz and Nerdrotic? To be honest, I don't know who Haltz is, and I know Nerdrotic because people on Twitter hate them. I don't know enough to really have a judgment.
A good chunk of the game where like we're encouraged to do things like run gigs and the side jobs and everything, but you actually end up doing kind of what the intention of the game always seemed like it was supposed to be, which is becoming a legendary edge runner of
a legendary edger, dude. You became a legendary edger.
City, like a mercenary that runs at the Afterlife Club. But
that's all I did. The fucking story sucked, so I was like, "Fuck this," and I just walk around.
I don't even think.
Okay, now this is where we start off. This is where the convo begins. Fuck the story. The story sucks. I don't even think it's that bad. And then Doomer Media qualifies that with a nuclear take.
The story is terrible. It's just it kind of the ticking clock element of it. I think really kind of fucks with the gameplay loop. Because you're discouraged from wanting to go off and do side stuff because the whole thing is like you're gonna die any day now, and it's like.
But that's just ludonarrative dissonance right there, right?
Yeah, the ticking clock is a lie too. You won't die.
It's a lie.
Yeah, like I'm a massive. I hate cutscenes, dude. I hate them.
I hate cutscenes. I hate them.
Hate cutscenes. So many cutscenes. No, I mean, I don't care about story in video games.
I don't care about story in video games. We're getting a lot of lore dropped onto us all at once.
I don't. I've never played a video game with a story I gave a shit about.
I've never played a video game with a story I've given a shit about ever. Never, ever.
Wow, I don't understand.
You're such a...
I asked you for a bad take like 2 hours ago. I didn't say now.
I might have to give you a reading list.
Okay, wait. Come on, that can't be true.
You never cared about a story in a game?
You need a hug. I can hug you. It's fine.
That can't be true, dude. You have to think of something.
What games have you played?
Most games barely have a story.
Most games barely have a story.
Story to Zelda or fucking Mario.
What stories are in Zelda and Mario?
Nintendo. That's one company.
It's pretty funny that what games have you played this year? Out of curiosity.
Let's crank up Steam. I'll go down my fucking Steam list.
Dude,
it has a good story. Okay, New Vegas. New Vegas has a good story.
And then he immediately names New Vegas. New Vegas is a great story, guys, by the way. New Vegas is the exception. Immediately it qualifies. Like, it's insane. Literally the first game he saw.
Wow, so your statement is invalid already. Nice.
Yeah. First thing you saw, wreck yourself.
Well, what's the first thing I saw? I'm going through like 100.
Well, it wasn't the first game I looked at. It was actually, Fallout starts with F, so it's not the first game I saw.
Games, I see one.
It doesn't matter if you just said that was a good one. You said there's no good story you ever played.
Why were you sitting there silently while we were shitting on Craig Mazin for all of his reductive takes on video games? You were hiding this take.
It was me all along.
So when I say that I don't give a fuck about stories in video games, what you're concerned with is the exact data point of 0 games with good stories. You're not like.
Oh, donkey!
I think you guys can start to see what's happening here. I don't think he can control this. This is crazy.
One, then that means there can be more. If you,
didn't you just say? I'm sorry, I need to find out. What did you say? Hold on.
If there's one, then that can be more.
I hate cutscenes, and I don't give a fuck about stories in video games. I just want to play the game.
You said hold on.
Mauler called him a donkey, dude. Mauler's is a lot more than that in this.
At the same time, different genres of video games have different reliance on specific elements, with a pretty significant one in a lot of games being story. Yeah, there's tons of games that you can play that have no story and just are designed more around their mechanics. I mean, but at the same time, to say that like all video game stories are shit, it's like, well, I mean,
okay,
first you don't count.
Wait, hold on. So what you said is you've never played a video game. What you said is you've never played a single video game with a story you've given a shit about. What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means that I don't give a fuck about stories in video games. I play for the gameplay. I don't like. If I want a story, I'll watch a movie or read a book. I won't play a video game.
Then why did you then need to go through your like Steam list to talk about good or bad like stories in video
And
games?
immediately, I asked him. Oh, dude, holy shit! This is
New Vegas is loaded. I thought that was a completely fucking insane statement. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go check. And I found one. There's New Vegas has a pretty good story. I don't see a.
That was like the first game you even mentioned.
Honestly, but like, what's interesting about you picking New Vegas though is I would argue that,
dude, he's a big gamer. He has 150 of them. Okay.
But New Vegas
just take the L. Yeah, I know. If he took the L, this clip would be 6 minutes long, or it wouldn't exist. It's 31.
This is arguably a game that's got 150 decent stories in it that have nothing to do with each other.
Would you like a story better?
A game that is extremely dense with several stories.
I don't play video games for a story. I never, under any circumstances, want you to stop playing the game to watch a fucking cutscene.
And he just starts doing that loud whining, yelling, where it's like he just sounds like, I don't know, bro. There are people with high-pitched voices. I don't know any of those guys. But this is like another level. He sounds like he's crying every time he speaks up.
About some shit. I just don't want that. I want to play the game.
So what if the story is told well without cutscenes?
In what game are we talking about?
The hypothetical game that he mentioned.
Oh, hypothetical. Yeah, a game that has
it's already theoretically possible, so you can just agree with the theoretical, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you bake in the conclusion. I mean, like, you're like, well, what if the story was told really good and like you just didn't even need to pay attention to it? It's like, well, then I would hold down the fucking.
Whoa, I never said you didn't need to pay attention to it. That's not what I said.
Told through the gameplay is what Dash said.
Yeah.
So like no cutscenes. It's all in gameplay. Like while you're exploring freely, you can move about how you want, interact with the world how you want, and get the story at your own pace.
Journey.
Is there an example of this?
Journey.
You just said Journey.
Well, you don't actually need an example, though. That's the point.
You don't need one, though. Yeah.
I do, because I don't even know what you're talking about. Like,
did you know that it's an indicator of low?
So he's now asking for examples. Are we following this?
I've never
now he wants examples willingly. Okay, remember that. Compartmentalize it. You'll need it later.
Played a game without cutscenes that have a story that I give a shit
Oh my
about.
god, you don't know what environmental storytelling is?
Stop it.
Okay, give me an example. If this is such a fucking obvious thing,
give me an example. I just want an example.
Give me an example.
You gotta stop doing that. Like you just got given an example.
Okay, have you ever?
I haven't played that game.
I'm gonna give you an example. Right? Have you ever played any survival horror game in which you see a trail of blood leading around a corner?
I've like literally never played a horror game.
Oh my god!
I've never played a horror game. Sorry, I haven't played your very specific games. I've also never played a horror.
You never played a horror game? Really?
No, I don't like horror. I don't like it in video games. I don't like it in movies. I don't like horror. Period.
It's one of the best horror games writing ever made. So go for it. Now's the time, my friend.
A lot of people are pointing out Half-Life has no like cutscenes. It's all in gameplay, like in engine. Of course, Metroid Prime is another one that has like cutscene at the beginning and the end of the game, but like more or less, it's just going through the environment at your own pace. If you play a lot of stealth games, you can just skip
what's
the
the
cutscene
story
to
of
get all
Metroid Prime?
Well, Soma's pretty limited on cutscenes. There's hardly any.
The story of Metroid.
Yeah,
The story of
it's all in
Metroid
game.
Prime. There's a Metroid that's been infected with this material called Phazon, and that character becomes this thing called Metroid Prime that eventually kind of turns into a clone of Samus throughout the trilogy. And
an example that I think is worthwhile in Metroid Prime is when you find out the operations of the space pirates, and then like you gather a lot of information about their presence on it's Talon 4, right? That's the name of the planet. Yeah, like, on the planet and how they did experiments and shit went totally wrong, and that's like all stuff that you can pull from like exploring the environment, scanning data logs. Like, none of that is, like, exposition. It's not delivered through cutscenes, but it's all a story that you glean at your own pace. It's something that video games are uniquely positioned to do, environmental storytelling.
Yeah, Dark Souls and whatnot.
If I have the
Am I going fucking crazy today, chat? There are 4 alive. I don't want to... Oh, okay, I'm fucked. Oh, God, I'm so fucked. I should have said anything. Why did I fucking say something? Holy shit, dude. Fuck. Why did I say anything, bro? As soon as I got confident. Damn it. Dude, I just got jinxed, bro. And that means I kiss my...
I'm going to take the story at my own pace, then I'll just ignore it.
But I mean, that's what I mean.
I feel like it takes you so bad you could
played myself. No, I
like that. That
it's
is
not even. First of all, hold on. No. Now I'm fucking triggered. This isn't a take. I'm not saying story in games are bad.
Wait, this isn't a take. I'm not saying story in games are bad, man. I'm just saying that I never played one that I liked before. You guys are being mean to me.
I'm saying I don't give a fuck about them.
They gave you counters.
It's hard to 2x EFAP. This is 1.25.
Your argument you went all the way back to I don't care though.
Are you watching Arcane too? I haven't seen the Arcane show.
I'm not making a prescription that video games shouldn't have fucking stories.
No, you didn't pay attention to how the argument went. They gave you a counter and you said I don't care.
Okay, this is where he gets really pissed. And I understand it. I know why. Like it makes
I don't care about it. I've never enjoyed it.
Your initial state was fucking inaccurate.
I care about.
Doomer,
is there such a game that has a good story without cutscenes? The answer is yes, both theoretical and with proven examples. And then you went, but I don't care about it. That's a fucking shit response.
Have you ever heard Waller get upset before? This is the only time, and it's so justified. Holy shit.
I get over it!
You're telling me you think it's good. I'm telling you I wouldn't give a
No, you said, tell me about a game that is a good story that doesn't have cutscenes. You were giving examples, bitch.
You were giving examples, bitch!
New Year, everybody.
Because you're down on the mouth.
The divide here. So
dude, Mauler is currently in the process of mauling. This is the Mauler that they don't want you to see, bro. He's coming for you.
We don't have to start off the new year with a terrible Doomer take. We can just end with one.
Oh, all right, chat. If you're from my audience, this is happening simultaneously during Edwin's New Year's Eve live stream. I'm not kidding. This was happening at the same time. This conversation was occurring on one stream while Edwin was having his notorious meltdown while his family was celebrating the next room over.
In America, we don't have to begin the year, but in Britain, we did.
This isn't even a take. This isn't even a take. You guys fucking getting triggered.
This is you guys getting triggered.
It's not a take. Saying that I don't like horror movies is not a take. It's not saying that horror movies are bad. No, it is not. It's just my preference. I'm not saying anything's wrong with horror movies. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not saying that there's a fucking... No, that is not a take. Saying that I don't like it is not saying that there's anything wrong with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you liking it. If I say, for example, that Top Gun Maverick is a piece of shit, that's because there are flaws with the movie.
Top Gun Maverick is not a piece of shit, bro. That movie is awesome.
It should affect you if you're fucking paying attention to it.
I think maybe
wrong
this is
with
a
horror
great
movies.
moment for
I
you to
just don't
say,
like them.
Happy New Year. I'm gonna hop out.
I just wanted to say Happy New Year, guys. I'm gonna go now. It's getting a little heated for me. I'll talk to you guys later. Always love being on the show. Oh God.
It's been really good time.
Lovely to hear from you,
more, you prick.
Yeah.
I love you guys so much. I want to come on for a real EFAP at some
Dude,
point.
you should be the one that annihilates him the most. You do a lot of gaming stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the thing is...
Oh, that's literally Moriarty. Yeah, I've talked to this person. They're chill. They're chill as hell.
Even he knows that this is a stupid thing to say. And,
that's actually the most aggressive thing you've ever said.
Primeg saw the post. Hey!
Yep. Even he knows that.
I don't understand. Can somebody please explain what is wrong?
Can somebody please explain what is wrong? Oh, God.
I gotta go ahead. Happy New Year. I love you guys so much. I'll see you later.
See you later, Moriarty.
Bye-bye.
What I was going to say is it might be worthwhile to walk through the chronology of what happened there. So I think
through
your initial
it.
claim...
Wait, they're doing a retrospective 12 minutes into the conversation. I'm dying.
...was that you hate cutscenes. That was like claim number 1. And then when we asked, like, could you, like, expand and clarify, claim number 2 is, I've never played a video game with a story I gave a fuck about.
Did I say absolutely 100% never zero? Or did I say I don't think I...
Oh my God, dude, he's so mad.
And then I cut myself off and said, oh, Disco Elysium, maybe. And then I said New Vegas. So I played hundreds of games, and I can think of 2.
He played hundreds of games, chat. Hundreds. And you're doubting his credibility?
Like, I don't understand. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just don't like it.
No, but I think I've been trying to explain the contention that we have with it would be because I'm setting forth the premise. The medium you're most passionate about is film, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so it would similar to saying like, oh, well, I don't ever want to give a shit about the cutscenes in a game. Would be like saying, hey, what's your favorite film score? And you'd be like, oh, I don't give a shit about the music and movies. Like, well. Yeah, but like, I mean,
I'll give you. Hold on.
I've never played a single video game I with a story.
I never did. Yeah, exactly. So he hasn't come back to the internet. I don't know if he paid that guy. He got accused of scamming a guy for multiple thousands of dollars. I think he disputes that it was only like $1,200 or like $2,000 or something. But people have accused him of stealing upwards of $5,000 because he was taking Patreon money for videos he hadn't created yet, and people were basically paying him to make quote unquote hit piece videos. It's like it's progressive victory if it was for YouTube drama, basically. That's the gist that I got here. Is he was like, hey, if you give me fucking $5,000 up front, I'll make a Hassan video. And then this conversation happened, and he quit the internet, ghosted everybody, pocketed the money, came back, got pissed off when people came after him to try to get that money back because he totally fucking scammed that guy. And the guy's an idiot, by the way, for even fucking doing that. That's insane. You should never, like, anybody who's taking money for projects before they make it, like, imagine if I did that and then I didn't come up with it. Oh my god, dude, my fucking career would be over. All right? But he tried it, and he got really mad at the guy who exposed him for it. And that guy was kind of wonky, too, at the time. But as far as I know, he's gone. He's not back. He's completely off the fucking thing again. He wrote Willie's Keffel's video and then fucked off, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if... I've seen no evidence that he's provided money to anybody. And everyone's kind of stopped talking about it. I don't know what the deal with that is.
Yeah, but shit about it.
Didn't you say that you shouldn't pay artists till they make the art first? Yeah, in this case, that would have helped this guy out a lot. Yeah, 100%. I don't know if you shouldn't ever, like, if you're working with somebody for a long period of time, I think there's an assumption made about payment and stuff like that. And if you know this is someone you can trust or whatever, fine or whatever. I personally don't think I would pay ahead for commissions on someone I've never worked with before, unless I got a real good recommendation. Because the problem, like, I don't know, artists, there's like a lot of artists that are either minors that I wouldn't work with at all, or a bunch of weird fucking adults. There are a lot of weirdos in the art space. I don't know, whatever. I mean, here's an example that you guys aren't gonna like. The Just a Worm guy, who created so much controversy by simply existing, apparently was like a super turbo anti-trans person on Kiwi farms and stuff like that. It got all I don't know. Listen, you don't know what artists are odd.
And I think you said except for maybe one.
Yeah, and I gave 2 examples. And
then that's
hold on. Stop. Are you trying to...
Yeah, it wasn't just like fuck trans people. That's like one thing. He was talking about like beheading trans people too. It's like, I don't think that has anything to do with Mudahar's video. I don't think it has anything to do with the art that he drew for Mudahar's video. But it's just like that association is poison, and it was used by bad faith actors to deflect from the actual core of the video and stuff like that, to defend Keffel's degenerate behavior. And it's like, I'd just rather not deal with that. I don't know. But that's a situation that payment doesn't really affect, I guess. It's just, my point is there's a lot of weird artists.
Understand what my point is? Or are you trying to find some fucking quote that you can sit there and fucking stun lock on?
Well, it depends, right? Like,
okay, what's my point?
Oh my god, dude. And Doomer is so mad here. It's like, I don't know why you can't just step away, but some people just don't have that capacity to do that.
He's trying to stop you from retconning the conversation. There's a reason we're here.
I'm not retconning the conversation.
Yeah, it was. You gave the challenge of what is a game that has a good story that doesn't have any cutscenes. That was the challenge.
Wasn't that a joke? Okay, well, Justin Worm's official statement was, do not defend me on anything. So, you tell me. I don't know. I'm not going to defend him on it.
Even if I see that doesn't mean that I'm asserting that there are none. That isn't what I'm saying.
Yeah, but your response to the idea that there were many examples was I don't care, which is fucking worthless. Why'd you even give the challenge?
Okay, wait, hold on. No, we can walk through
You know what? I wasn't right about that. That's kind of it.
Spoke too hastily, of course.
Because like,
if I say,
God, this guy's crying so hard. I know, he just, everything he says like sounds like he's in the middle of a deep wailing cry.
That I don't care about a class of thing. Can you show me something?
I promise this is going to come back around again. You're probably toning it out now. You're like, all right, it's been 14 minutes, Nick. This guy clearly has a bad take on video games. Why are you still showing this to me? Keep going.
That I would give a fuck about, and you show me something that's like, okay, I don't give a fuck about that. How does that disprove anything that I said?
But that's not what happened though. Like,
did I at any point say there's something wrong with... No, stop. Let me talk. Did I at any point say there's something wrong with storytelling in video games, or that you're wrong for liking storytelling in video games, or there's something wrong with cutscenes? Did I make any claim like this at all, or did I just say that I personally don't like it? And is there anything wrong with it? Because I can give you an analogy. An analogy of somebody saying, I don't like violent movies. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, so again, because it'd be nice to at least like sort of pin down on this one thing, was that you asked for like, if the claim is I don't give a fuck about stories and games, I hate cutscenes, it follows that a logical question that somebody might put forth is like, well, what about like environmental storytelling in games? And then you even like asked for examples. You asked for examples, and then when the examples were provided,
I'm not asking for examples to prove the story.
I'm not asking for examples. Remember when I said to compartmentalize it? Because he was absolutely asking for examples multiple fucking times, very explicitly.
Telling a video game, no, shut the fuck up.
You
I'm not
did.
asking for examples to prove that it's bad. I'm asking for you to give me examples to figure out if I would give a shit about them, and you didn't present any examples that I would care about.
Yes, we did.
Debate me on what I
care about.
No, sorry. If you say that you hate cutscenes and that like that seems to be a big barrier in terms of your enjoyment of a game, like and whether or not you'd want to engage with the story, if you get presented with examples of games that don't have cutscenes that tell a story, how can you not factor that into your assessment? Like, how is that something that
you are not understanding me? The fact that there isn't a cutscene doesn't mean that I'm suddenly going to give a shit about the storytelling in the game. I don't care about.
So
that.
again, the discussion.
So then why the fuck do you bring up cutscenes? You should have just said I don't care about story in video games. Full stop.
The cutscene was the point. Like that's the only thing I said. I didn't like the fucking
environmental
story
is very relevant.
Yeah.
If cutscenes were the point, then the environmental storytelling is hyper relevant.
Let's make this very simple. Do you have a problem with me not liking storytelling in video games? Is there something wrong with the fact that I don't like that?
Maybe it's just that
I feel like if you're not giving them a chance,
he has to case it in emotion because he has no actual argument. That's so funny.
That's where we started. We dug into it. and We got to the cutscenes thing.
If it feels like you're not giving like a whole medium a chance to potentially impress you with storytelling, like I'd say my
I've been playing video games for 30 years.
Oh, this is where it starts to get good again, bro. Holy shit, dude. Oh. By the way, this guy is not just Chud Logic visuals, he's also Chud Logic's age. This is not a 20-year-old person.
Whole medium a chance to potentially impress you with storytelling, like I'd say my
I've been playing video games for 30 years. What are you talking about?
So we haven't known you for 30 years. We're going off what you're telling us.
But also, like, if you say in that time that there's like not a single story.
I've been playing video games for 30 years. Are you doubting my reputation as a gamer? What do you mean? I've been playing games for years.
You cared about except for like one or two examples. I'm not really sure. Like that does feel like a case of you not really giving them a shot.
Dude, they took his G card away. Yeah.
Because there's like
I've
more
talked to
than two
people
video
who
games.
don't like violent movies, and they've been watching movies for 60 years. It doesn't like they just don't like it.
It's like saying I don't like stories in movies.
I mean, there's people who don't like movies. If someone doesn't like movies,
dude, I exclusively like Transformers because I don't give a fuck about the story in movies.
Seen a bunch of movies, they just don't like them. And you're like, well, you're not going to be given a chance. They're like, I've been watching
As an avid hater of stories, Eternals is my favorite film.
I think that there was a substantive difference between somebody saying, I don't like video games versus
I am a gamer, Mr. Baller! I am a gamer!
versus I don't care about like stories in video games. Because it's like, that just seems like bizarre, especially when your complaint was about cutscenes.
I'm saying that I'm expressing a preference. I never made a descriptive claim about something being bad or a prescriptive claim about the way video games should be made. I just expressed a preference that I don't care about storytelling and I hate cutscenes because what I want to do is play the game. I don't care about the stories. That's all I said at any point.
And then we said, have you ever played a game with the good story without cutscenes? And you said, give me an example, as if it's not possible.
Do I want your items?
And then we
did. Okay, again, you're
that's the part that I'm stuck on.
Said.
I don't care about that opening foundation. I was on that part.
I'm asking for you to, I'm giving you an opportunity to be like, hey, maybe I'm wrong. And you didn't give me anything.
I'm giving you a chance to admit you're wrong, and you're just refusing to do it. That's like fucking crazy, man. That's so wild. Oh, what does this give you? You gain siphon on eliminations. What is siphon? Oh, fuck. Okay, I got my Doom hands. Where are you? Oh, fuck.
I gave you examples of good stories that don't have cutscenes, or at least a minimum.
You think they're good stories.
You think they're good stories. You think
How the fuck am I going to give you examples of what you think are good stories?
Again, you're treating it like a fucking debate. I was just asking for... Okay.
You asked me for the examples. What do you mean?
I don't agree with your examples.
Hey, Mola, can you provide me examples of what I like? Oh, you can't. Got you.
You're treating it like a debate. It was never a fucking debate. I just told you I don't like stories in video games. Why are you fucking turning this into some big fucking argument?
You'd already turned into a debate when I said it's theoretically possible, and you're like, yeah, but I want examples.
Well, by the way, you can't disagree with examples you haven't played, because you have, like, no right.
I didn't disagree with them. I said I haven't played them. Too much of game journey. I've never played it.
He sounds like Basher. You're right. He's booging out right now. What is this squeak? Is he crying? I don't know. Bro, every time he yells, he sounds like he's crying.
You just say, like, 10 seconds. Sorry,
He rages just like Hassan. That's true, and he also has a problem with paying people like Hassan, I guess.
Look, losing my mind here.
He's doing some champagne socialism, you know? Doomeredia!
Yeah, I think you guys are. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, it's all simple to me.
No, you just can't.
You don't get it. He left the internet over this combo. He just dipped.
You said something dumb.
I did nothing wrong.
And if you watch him debate 2 years later about why he didn't scam somebody, he does the same squealing, crying sound. And he's like, I'm owning you, Queeman. I'm owning you. It's so fucking pathetic. Like, watch him with me, President Sunday, Willie, and Queeman. That's on, I don't know whose channel. It was on J-Stocks, but that's long gone. Somebody has it.
No matter what you
fucking
say,
idiots.
is
I did nothing wrong. Jesus.
You fucking idiots! I did nothing wrong!
Oh, I know you feel that way, but it was really straightforward. You fucked yourself over when you said
Really straightforward. I just told you I don't like something. I didn't say anything about it being bad or wrong. I didn't say there's anything wrong with you liking these things.
Do you remember the part where you said you need an
example?
example, not the theoretical? Do you remember that happened?
That doesn't. How does that mean that I'm impugning something about?
We
what
provided you
like? I'm just telling
examples.
Yes, I'm saying I don't like it. Maybe there's an example I haven't thought of that I would like. That doesn't.
Why would you ask us for examples of things we couldn't possibly provide? It would only be you that could provide that. Why would you ask us for it?
Because you're fucking arguing with me. You're acting like what I'm saying is insane. And I'm like, okay, fine.
So, to be fair, what you're saying is insane.
And I'll reconsider my position.
To be fair, what you're saying is insane, by the way, just for the meta.
I just think.
Oh yeah, it's insane to have a preference. Okay.
No, that's not at all what I said. That's not what I said.
I don't know how you've got.
Nice enough?
I don't respect.
Thank you so much.
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Where is the... I can't see donos either. Something's wrong with this side.
I'm onto this thing where this like should be a debate. This is equivalent to me saying I don't like horror movies, and you respond as though I'm saying that horror
If you'd
movies
said
are
I don't
bad.
like horror movies, and I
That's
said why,
basically
and you
what
said because I don't like acting, I would have had the same fucking issues with you.
Yeah, that's more what I was getting at with
You
the music.
said you don't
I think
agree
it's
with our
that you're. Yeah, but like I think that we understand your premise as.
No,
I don't think you do, or you wouldn't be arguing with me.
You have to walk that
No,
one.
no, but I was trying to put it in words for you, just so you'd understand kind of, or at least where I seem to understand it, because I don't want to say like speak on.
And they're being so nice to him too, and he's gone on to say that they're so like malicious in their coverage of this.
But it was more that it seems like you're being very dismissive of an entire element of a medium.
Yes,
and saying,
I am.
But I mean, do you
You're being dismissive of an entire medium. Yes, I am. Oh, okay. Alright, so okay. All right, we understand each other then.
see that without a lot of experience.
I've been playing video games for 30 fucking years. I have probably 30,000 hours in video games.
Dude, why are you doubting my experience? I've been playing for 30 years.
I've been playing video games for 30 fucking years. I have probably 30,000 hours in video games. What are you talking about? I need more experience? I've played so many fucking video games. How many more video games do I need to play?
Dude, DSP played a lot of video games.
DSP's played a lot of video games.
But when you're playing them, do you care about are you watching the cutscenes? Are you paying attention to the story? Or are you just figuring out, okay, what's my goal for the next thing?
But you think I was just put on Earth and I just I was like, oh, I just fucking hate video game stories and I've just been avoiding them. No, it's because I've played them for my entire life and I've never given a shit. It doesn't affect me the way that it affects you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your experience.
One or two that you really didn't care about or didn't like when you first started playing video games.
Can you please fucking believe me that I've
believe me, I don't like video games. Believe me.
I'm not saying that you don't.
What does it look like when you're playing a game, like with a cutscene, like when the cutscene starts? Like, are you watching it?
Pull out your phone?
So the first thing I'm going to do is press escape and try and get through it. Then I'm going to press spacebar to try and get through it.
That's my point. That's
I don't like them.
So you don't watch any cutscenes? No.
What does it mean? You're telling me that I'm playing video games wrong, and that I'm telling you that you are
observing. No, they're telling you that you don't expose yourself to game stories on purpose, and then you go tell everybody you hate them when you actively avoid watching them in every fucking twist and turn.
Yeah, and if I said
if you want to have a learning,
okay, I'm glad that you said that. That's interesting.
But to be fair, would I be watching movies correctly if I skipped all the scenes with male actors?
If I skipped all the words in a comic book, would I be able to tell you about the writing?
If you had a preference for not liking movies and you purposefully didn't watch violent movies because you had tried to watch a bunch of them, didn't enjoy them, and knew that you wouldn't like them, no, you're not watching movies wrong.
No, if I was critical of the story in video games and then I said because I skip all the violence and then I don't even know what the fucking stories are.
I've interacted with the stories of games. You guys are talking to me like I'm a fucking moron. Do you think
yeah, well...
Did I not ask
haven't played video games?
I mean, no, we don't know exactly. All we know is what you told us.
Do you think I haven't played video games? I'll have you know I've been playing video games for 30 years. Oh, fuck, bro.
Listen, you've told us that you need to be...
How is this so hard to get through your fucking head that I just don't...
Doesn't it give you pause for thought that everyone here is confused by what you're saying?
Oh, what am I gonna do?
I get that you
Thank
don't
you
like
so
them,
much.
and I'm not trying
Okay,
to
first of all,
argue.
ER is not confused. I'm pretty sure ER understands.
ER is not ER, please tell him you understand me, man. Please.
Yeah, I think I kind of get his point. He just
Wait.
doesn't
In that
like-
case, ER, explain it for us.
ER, you're now Doomer Media. You explain everything for him because he can't explain it. Go.
Okay, so well, I mean, there are obviously two elements to games: there's the story element and the gameplay element. He obviously just enjoys that one element and doesn't give a shit about the other.
Yeah, but what about the part where he said, "Give me an example of a good story that doesn't have any cutscenes"?
And were we able to give that to him? That he
Several,
preferred?
yeah. No, none
Yeah,
that what we
That
can't.
I prefer.
How can we?
That
he's already
I prefer.
set the parameters that he doesn't like any of them.
I wasn't having a
Exactly.
debate.
So that's kind of a futile exercise.
Well, then why didn't he say that instead of asking us for examples?
Well,
Because you're challenging me. acting
Because he's
offensive.
changed. Because he's retconning the conversation.
No, I'm not retconning the fucking conversation. If you guys are gonna jump down my fucking
This is a New Year's Eve celebration stream, and I'm so happy it happened.
throat and act like I'm a fucking moron, it's like, okay, well, hey,
I don't
how
know.
about
Maybe
I'll
you
be
should
open to
chillax.
this.
You know
what?
I hope Mahler has reached out to Doomer Media to get him on for episode 300 of EFAP. Whenever they do that.
No.
We're matching-
Literally,
we're
dude,
matching-
well, you said something dumb, and then you said a smarter
I
thing
didn't say
after it.
anything
That's
stupid.
all
No,
that happened.
I'm not letting it go this time. This has happened several times. I'm not letting it go this time. I didn't say anything stupid. You guys are being fucking stupid.
I'm not. I've been here and I've been owned by your fucking stream like 50 times right now, and I am putting my foot down. I am right. All right, man. I appreciate the effort, but you are not.
Definitely.
When you say you're not
Yes,
letting it go
you
this
are.
time, are you saying that you're suggesting that what you said about Arcade was correct?
Oh, now we're referencing back to Arcane. Okay, this is the kissing the down on the mouth thing. All right, we're back on Arcane.
I'm saying that I don't think you understood my point when we were talking about the fucking prison section in Arcane. That's not even what I was thinking
Oh, the
about.
prison
I didn't
section.
say anything remotely wrong. In fact, there is nothing that I said today that is even slightly objectionable. I just said that I
What
don't
is Bungie
like
King
something.
to you? A person?
He's boogieing
Who is
hard.
Bungie
True.
King?
He's
Nicholas
boogieing
DeOrio?
super hard.
I didn't try again. I'm gonna say this for the fourth or fifth time. I can't imagine how this hasn't sunk in yet. I didn't say there's anything wrong with you enjoying stories of video games. I didn't say that video games should be made without stories. I didn't say video games shouldn't have cutscenes. I didn't make any prescriptive claim about how video games should be made or about how you should enjoy video games. I just said there's something that I don't like. And I'm sorry, but yes, having played video games for 30 fucking years.
Dude, 30 years, bro. He keeps saying it. Oh, God.
I know my own preferences and that I don't like these things. No, I'm not suddenly just going to start liking these things if I start watching them. Again, I have plenty of experience playing video games to know that just like ER said, I want to go around and hit rocks and collect shit and fucking craft shit. That's what I want to do in video games.
That's
for the most
beautiful.
part.
And if you
I
had
don't
said
wanna
that to
sit
begin
there-
with, we'd all be on board.
That is what I said to begin with. I haven't said anything else the entire time.
No, it's not.
ER, please back me up.
ER, help me!
It's literally streamed, so.
Okay, so what's the objection again?
So he was complaining about
ER's trying his best.
the existence of stories to care about, and then we were like, oh, well, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, fucking cutscenes, I want to play the game. And the first thing our minds go to is like, oh, well, just a game without cutscenes then. And then he says, give me an example.
I've been playing Fortnite for 30 years. You're telling me I can't explain Red Dead Redemption 2 being bad?
And we're like, it's theoretically possible, environmental storytelling. He's like,
But as an avid Warzone gamer, The Last of Us Part 2 is the best single-player experience I've ever had.
example. Like, okay, so we got like Soma and whatever, Journey, whatever else was mentioned. And he's like, I don't give a shit about them. It's like, that doesn't help us at all. You already played them.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's a shit answer. That doesn't answer the question at all. That's useless. He needs to go play those
Ask
games.
for examples and then say I don't
Yeah,
care
that's
about
what happens next is him saying, I haven't played those. Let me play them, then I'll get back to you.
Did he say he hasn't played Soma? Although,
Boomer, have you played Soma?
So if you haven't played it,
This is the part where they start offering him to buy him games to hear what he has to say so they can push the conversation forward.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Soma does kind of have cutscenes. There are areas where you
No,
do
I
have
said
to,
I
like,
said there are minimal cutscenes in Soma.
Yeah.
There's virtually
Well,
none.
Wait, so I would need to go play the games that you're talking about to stake out the claim.
there's
I haven't played enough video games in my life to have this position.
That's not what I said. I mean, how did you just take what I said and turn it into all that?
That's word for word what you just
No,
said.
no, he-
1 minute
Jimmer,
ago,
he
you
was
said to
saying-
go play Soma and get back to us. That's exactly what you
When you
just
ask
said.
me for an example
You're
and I give you one, you
saying
said I
try
haven't played it, so I don't give a shit about it, then try playing it.
And it's an
don't
example
want
of a game
to.
with a story with minimal to no cutscenes.
Exactly.
And I said I'd buy a copy. If you have me on Steam, I will give.
Hell yeah,
you
I'd buy you Soma for you.
You don't need. You don't,
Journey is like
first, of all,
10
I need,
bucks.
first of all, I need to work. I fucking work today. I need to play
I need to work.
video games.
Journey, you can play in 2 hours. It's not
But
a long
like,
game.
so again, just to be clear, now you're saying I haven't played enough video games in my life.
I think-
Dude, just so you're clear, you're doubting my credibility as a gamer. Oh, I have to work. Sure you do, but yeah, literally. Just so we're clear, you're doubting my qualifications as an epic gamer.
You might enjoy the storytelling.
I can't understand this for
I'm
you.
offering to buy for you. I'm trying to be super nice.
Have an Odin moment.
I'm giving up.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's claiming that you're inexperienced.
Go watch the rest of this. There's like 4 minutes left. Oh, it's so fucking good. Doomer Media he's just like a total spurg, and I feel bad for him because he's really talented. He can make some really good video scripts. He's done a lot of really good shit, but he's a total fucking spurg, and he owes people a lot of money, and he's made a lot of mistakes. And he's probably got the lolcow gene, if I had to say. Because if you listen to this convo we just watched and you compare it to his response to the scamming allegations that's separated by almost 2 full calendar years, you get the same kind of thing here. It's just a guy who's whining at a really high-pitched voice, who's almost 40 years old, acting like a fucking toddler. Like, if I heard that and I went, oh, okay, that's Aiden Projects. He's 15 years old. He's a little cringy. Fine. Whatever. Good luck. But not a guy who's almost 40, bro. I'm sorry. Not a guy who's played video games as long as him. Oh, fuck me, bro. Oh. He should start a podcast with Nerd City. Yeah, they'd get along. Idiot Savant. Yeah, true. Nick's been going to casino for 30 years. When Mahler gives up, it's really something. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, I recommend EFAP. It's a really fun podcast. If you're just going to work or something, just throw an episode on, check it out, see how it is. It's not a very visual podcast. They don't put a lot of stuff on screen unless they're doing a watch along. But yeah, no, it's a very, 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 very good show.